Welcome back to Weeds That Feed. Behind me I've got cow parsley, Anthriscus sylvestris. What an amazing plant. It just lends a beautiful softness to the garden. Just that white haze floating around. It's one of my favourite plants actually. It's widespread, common some might say, but actually, do you know what? I think it's massively overlooked because it's such a huge plant ecologically. And this plant demonstrates really well the working of a food web in the garden, or how a plant can demonstrate that food web. So it's recorded to have 277 insect interactions. Now that's made up of direct interactions, 39 of those being something called phytophagus, which is plant eating, so insects that eat the plant stem, the leaves, the flowers, the plant tissue. And of those phytophagus, quite a lot of those are insect larvae, caterpillars, grubs, maggots, that sort of thing. 9 of those being the larvae of macro moss. And then it supports 238 other insects. Of those, quite a large proportion are going to be pollinating insects, so those that, whilst taking nectar and pollen from the plant, spread that pollen onto other plants. Others take the nectar and the pollen but don't carry out the pollination, so they'll be nibbling underneath the flower and stealing, robbing the nectar from the flower itself. Clever, ingenious stuff. And then others still will be indirect interactions, so they will be predators upon those other insects already on the plant, or they'll be detritivores that are cleaning up dead tissue from the plants or the other insects. And so in this case, I think the cow parsley really demonstrates what an amazing system just this one plant is carrying out in the garden, with all parts of that life cycle using the plant, all parts of the food web using the plant, from larval stages all the way through, with other detritivore insects cycling those nutrients and parts of those insects back into the ground. And then also predatory insects that are preying on perhaps that caterpillar and laying its eggs in that caterpillar, or those caterpillars feeding the birds, especially this time of the year. Chicks love larvae because larvae are packets of protein, so the adults will be going out there and they'll be picking up those caterpillars and grubs and maggots if they can, and they'll be feeding those to those chicks, making them strong as fast as possible in order to fledge. So it's a hard working plant, you see it everywhere, but that's not to overlook it and not to discount it. It's an incredible plant, and not just that, it's beautiful too.